Hello, everybody. It's time for another Monday movie review. This one is going to be of a Ghibli movie, or Ghibli, however you pronounce that fucking studio's name. I say Ghibli. I think it's supposed to be Ghibli, but I say Ghibli. Anyway, the movie in question is called The Cat Returns, which is a spin off sequel to one of the other movies they made. And it's because they're both based on manga. And I think the I I like it's a story from the other movie that was being made. Uh, but yeah, this is uh, it's a sequel or a spinoff of Whisper of the Heart. Uh, and the cat this has a pretty star-studded cast in it. It's got Carrie Elwes, Anne Hathaway, um, Peter Boyle, Elliot Gould, Tim Curry. Although Tim Curry doesn't chew the scenery as much as I would like him to, but I'm just a big fan of Tim Curry mugging and like fucking doing the most, which he does it. He does as much as he can because the character he voices doesn't talk all that much. So yeah, Tim Curry, Andrew Bevis, who I'm sure has done stuff. Judy Greer, who um, has been in a bunch of stuff. Renee Auberjonois, Jonois, yeah, uh, Renee Auberjonois, who is better known as Odo from Deep Space Nine, but he's been in a bunch of stuff, and he sadly passed away recently. He died in 2019 at the age of 79. Um, but yeah, he's fucking. I know him much. I know him more for Odo, but he's been in a bunch of shit. Like he's had a amazing career, a long storied career, and I just know him for you know a show. Um, I mean that's totally on me. But Andy Richter, Christine Sutherland, and Kristen Bell. Kristen Bell, you know, um, the good, the Good Place. You may know her from. Um, but yeah, this is fucking like uh, again star-studded cast, and the Japanese cast I'm also certain is star-studded. But we watched the dub cast version. Um, it's on streaming somewhere over the rainbow. It's on HBO Max. So if you have that, you can watch it there. Basic story. It's fucking 5 minutes, almost, you know, over 4 minutes long, and I haven't mentioned the plot. A schoolgirl doing normal shit, sees a cat that's being just doing like the most cat shit ever, just walking into or just going into fucking traffic, and she's oh shit, truck's gonna hit it. Goes in and fucking swoops in and saves the fucking cat. She also doesn't get hurt much. Uh, and then like the whole movie is the cat's trying to pay back saving the prince, and like the cats are just kind of being over, like these fucking magical cats are just kind of being, they're doing too much. Um, like they plant cattails in her backyard, but she's allergic to them. Fucking like puts catnip in her pocket, so she's chased by cats. And like the whole main conflict of the movie is that the Cat King, who's played by Tim Curry, wants the main character, played by Anne Hathaway, Haru, wants Haru to marry the prince that she saved. And she's like, no. So she goes to this thing called the Cat Bureau. A voice tells her to go to the Cat Bureau. They'll fucking help you. And the Cat Bureau is consisting of a cat named Muda, who's played by Peter Boyle, who I wish was in more anime, because or just did any more anime and didn't like more animation, because his voice is like perfect for grumpy. Like that's what he was. He was a grumpy old man, or just had the voice of a grumpy old man, and he plays Muda in this, also known as Reginald Moon or Ronald Moon. Anyway, plays Muda. That's what everybody calls him basically. She follows him to the Cat Bureau, and the Cat Bureau is run by a anthropomorphic cat statue played by Carrie Elwes named the Baron. But he's got a full ass fucking name. It's like Baron something 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 something. It's like a whole long fucking name. And he sets out to help her. Oh, there's also a statue, a crow statue, that comes to life like the Baron does. Because I think it's like if people take care of you enough or think about you enough or whatever, if you're an inanimate object, you become animate, or you can become animate. And so they fucking then the cats come in, steal Haru and Muda, because Muda goes after her and gets taken. Um, and they go on this long chase, which is super cool. I'm just like, imagine people seeing this shit happening. And so yeah, the Baron follows, and there's a whole like getting her back and then getting her out of Catland. And that's a whole conflict of fighting off the King's troops and the Cat King's troops and all this other shit. They have a fucking labyrinth in the fucking cat world that it's legal to walk on like the top of the walls. Fucking. But then like so. Again, this is where like I wish like the king had more lines, because I would have loved to have Tim Curry just kind of like losing his shit. Destroys the tower, takes out like the bottom however many floors of the tower with the exit on top. And they're fighting all like the Cat King's men throughout all this. And then the prince comes back and is like, Dad, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what the fuck is all the point of all this shit that you're doing? It's like, well, I want you to marry Haru. And the prince is like, no, I'm not marrying Haru. I'm marrying Yuki, who's the cat who told Haru to go to the Cat Bureau. But it also turns out that she's also the cat that at the beginning of the movie, she was a kid at the time. Haru fed like gave her. I'm assuming they're taiyaki. They never mention what they are, but they look like taiyaki, which is a fish shaped cookie. Um, but she gives the kid all of them, and like she became forever loyal for that. And obviously, probably didn't want to see another like a person get fucking dragged into this shit. And when the prince fucking says, no, I'm marrying Yuki, the king's like, how about you marry me? To her, like, how about you marry me? There's a lot of perks. Shit ensues. They get to the top of the tower where the exit, and Haru's like, oh shit. She goes through it and becomes a human, like a full size human, because when she went to Cat World, she became like a tiny human. And then slowly turned into a cat, but now So she's standing at the top of this fucking thing, and she's in the middle of nowhere, like she's in the middle of the sky, like, and then just fucking starts plummeting to the fucking earth alongside Muta, and then the Baron comes along and helps, and then Toto, I'm pretty sure Toto is the name of the bird, the crow or raven or whatever, brings a bunch of like birds or statue birds or whatever, and like again, I think people look it up going, "What the fuck is happening?" So they make it back down to terra firma, back to solid Earth, and just like then everything like goes back to normal. Uh, there's a whole like romance subplot that is the main character's just like, I don't fucking like, I told you I didn't want to do this shit, whatever. And like Muda is just chilling on a fucking chair where she found him. She sat on him, almost sat on him in the beginning of the movie when she wanted to go to the cat bureau. He's still at the same chair and just like looks up and is like. And then like there's like a whole thing with Muda where he was a fucking criminal, a cat criminal, where he like ate up all the fish that were in this fucking little cat pocket dimension, the cat kingdom. And mind you, this fucking cat is big. Like, I'm not just saying he's a fat fucking cat, but he's also big. He's like a large cat. Like, he fucking like is like, if you like laid him out like vertically, he would be like up to like Haru's waist or like a little bit above. Like, he's a big fucking cat. And he's a big cat in the cat kingdom, and it's just like, it's amazing. So yeah, watch the movie. You'll enjoy it. I love how they do the. I'm just gonna call it the Ghibli thing when it comes to like people shivering or whatever, like entities shivering in movies, where like you see like they have like jagged lines go up the character, like it's like the it's like traveling up their spine. They do that like in all the movies that I've seen of them, except for like Princess. I don't think he does it in Princess Mononoke, or they don't do it in Princess Mononoke. But like in the ones that are, comedic in a way, like they do that, have the outline like get all jagged and shit as it goes up the spine. Yeah, it's on HBO Max if you want to watch it. I'm sure your local library might have it, as they might have, all Studio Ghibli movies. Patreon.com/RezenatorZen if you want to help me out. Currently unemployed. I'm not getting any calls back for jobs, so if you would like to help me that way, patreon.com/RezenatorZen. A link to it will be in the description box below. Yeah. Peace out, everybody. Have a wonderful fucking day.